Back in November, the Vikings lost a thriller in their first game against the Lions. Can Detroit do it again? The answer comes your way next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They're hot as can be. Winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know.
The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway from Ford Field. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Thomas finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The punt team now as this one sent away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year. But it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Brady now on first down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. But I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On play action, now Brady. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Brady. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Here's Brady. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Brady. The quick slant caught. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They saw their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. They got it done.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Well, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Thomas. Complete. Jefferson the target. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 93 yards and a score.
And they've already clinched the playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Throwing now is Brady. It's caught here by Adams. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Brady to throw again. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 111 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
From the 25 on second down, Thomas throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 9, Thomas. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Back to throw. Thomas. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. As we find ourselves in Week 17, he's already well over the 1,000-yard mark. So there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally ends.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So the higher he can take that number and rank with his peers, everyone wants to be number 1. He wants to post that number like a good golfer, right? Post the best score and go to the clubhouse and kick back and see if anyone can match it.
Well, and he's the go-to guy here out wide. We'll see what they can do with him in this game defensively. They have a big challenge on their hands. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Brady. And that's complete to Adams. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Adams. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On second and very short, Brady. He's going to air one out. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And that's out to the flat for Swift. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Caught on the right side by Adams. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Here's Swift. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Working from the gun, it's Brady. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Third and goal from the 2, and they're going with a jumbo set offensively. Swift. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
On second and 9, Thomas. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. On first down, Thomas. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. To throw again on second down, Thomas. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
On first and 10, Thomas. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on second and 10, Thomas. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. They'll look to throw again. Going up top. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down. On the return, Hardy. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. From the 35 on second down, Brady, and that is incomplete. The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Brady. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Looking to throw. Thomas. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Deron Payne in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Thomas. Open man here is Conklin. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Thomas. Escaping the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
A gain of 16 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw is Thomas. Throwing on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now. Faulkner. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Thomas. And that is incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And that'll be off the crossbar and out and short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love? 4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Brady. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Brady now to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
1:53 remaining in this first half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Brady. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Brady going to throw. And in for the Lions, touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go! Let's go!
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Thomas. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And this one taken in by Cephas.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Thomas now on 1st and 10.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow has thrown a touchdown pass. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first two quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. And meanwhile, for the Lions, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Now Hardy on the return. And he returns this to the 22. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100 yards, partner.
And defensive have worked so hard at how to try to slow down tight ends. It was a lot easier, partner, in the old days, because they just lined up on the line of scrimmage, either put a defensive end or a linebacker over them and tried to body them so they couldn't get off the line of scrimmage easy.
And now?
Now, when they split out, detach from the line of scrimmage, you put a linebacker out there, they're often too elusive for them. Shake them and get into the secondary too easily before someone else can try and pick them up.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right and a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now they'll throw with Brady. He finds his man, complete. That's Adams. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. To throw, it's Brady.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Brady. Open man right side is St. Brown. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Bass on for the extra point.
And the lead is now 24. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Thomas. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Thomas. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Okudah.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's Brady to throw.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Montez Sweat, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
On second down, Faulkner. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Thomas. And this is going to be incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And Detroit getting set to go now. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Here's Brady. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Not much there, only a yard. Throwing again on second down. Brady, quick hitter here, it's complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, Swift. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Brady. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Thomas. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Looking to throw. Thomas. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Thomas. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now Brady. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And now out comes Minnesota. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. On 1st down, Thomas. Rager catches it left side. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. To throw again on 2nd down. Thomas. Open man here is Conklin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First down, Vikings.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Vikings 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Thomas. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Thomas. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Thomas.
He gets this complete to Cephas.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And the Vikings first down.
On 1st down, Faulkner. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Faulkner. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. On 3rd down, Faulkner. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37.
This is Swift on the counter.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Detroit,
they improved their mark to 12-4 with 1 game to go.